Hey YouTube, this is Scandalous Dee with another Real Housewives of Atlanta review. This is season 6, episode 8, and let's get into it. Oh, first I want to say have a very Merry Christmas. This is the day after Christmas, and hope you had a good one. Hope you had a healthy one. I know I did. Had a lot of people over, had good food, presents. Gave a lot of good gifts, all that. Let's get into the show. On the bus, Kenya and Candy get into it. Candy tells Kenya to sit her ass down and that she not gonna be talking to her like that. She was like, I'm sorry I'm late. She was like, but no, but that's disrespectful. And I feel like since I was the first one here, I should really get the best room. And then here go Monique, like, well, actually, I was here before you, so I should get the best room if that's what you want to do. That's how you want to do things. And then I'm just like, oh my God, here she go being messy, trying to get all the attention, trying to start up drama. Nene supposedly got the trip together, so Nene should be the one going off and acting crazy, not Kenya. Phaedra just like, I know she didn't pay for an interpreter. They should have got somebody other than somebody from Horror Island or whatever the joke she made. I like Phaedra's digs because they're digs, but they're not like digs where you'd be like, oh my goodness, did you have to go there? Like Kenya's digs. But anyway, they get there, or on their way there, they talk about, how each of their relationships, and then they talk about Portia's relationship, and they talk about Monique's, and they were like, oh, they're similar, whatever. And then Portia starts crying because they understand Monique's relationship, but they didn't understand hers, and hers was similar, and they were just kind of hating on her and saying that she shouldn't be letting Cordell control her. So she starts crying. They were just like, we just disagree, we disagree. She was like, no, but y'all don't understand. When I was telling y'all I wanted to be the wife and just stay at home and do this, y'all were talking about me. Y'all didn't want me to do that, but when Monique said it, y'all were just like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. So she starts crying. I'm just like, Portia, I understand, but you cannot let these women get to you. You can't let them get to you. They're just mad because they don't have a relationship. Cordell was controlling, but you got to be strong enough to be like, this is how it is. I like it. I'm happy. This is my marriage. And to hell with y'all if y'all don't, because I'm the one that got to be married to him, not y'all. But, Portia's just like very subservient, very kind of naive, little ditzy. I like her, but she is. Um, when they get there, Candy gets the master bedroom. They're just looking around the rooms, and Candy finds out, ooh, this is a nice room. She doesn't, I don't know if she knows it's the master suite or whatever, but she's just like, this is my room. I got here first. I'm claiming it. That's my room. And then, they want to make a big deal about it because supposedly Nene got the trip together, and she's the host, and she should have got the master bedroom. So Kenya's running around just like, you should at least say something to her. Why did she have to run up there? Like, was it a cheeseburger up there? Why she run up there just to claim that room? And I'm just like, Nene's the host. If Nene didn't have a problem with her having that room, Nene wasn't complaining, then nobody should be complaining. It's Nene's trip. If she really wanted that room, she should have went to Candy and should have been like, I feel like I should have that room. It's my trip. Can we switch rooms? But she didn't want to do it, so I don't understand why all the drama was. I know why, but I didn't understand why, you know, you get what I'm saying. Kenya, she just got to make everything about her. Everything, she got to start up drama. Nene just taking a high road. Like, I'm going to have to lay down some ground rules. You're going to have to come on time. We want to go out somewhere or you will be left. We can't have that. And she's just like, I didn't think you should have got the master bedroom, but I'm not tripping over it now. Trying to move past, and I don't want Nene to come out. And I'm like, I don't know why. We see Nene all the time. Why are you trying to make it seem like you just so poised and everything, like you don't want to stir up the drama? I guess you just want Kenya to be the messy one. Well, she is the messy one, but anyway. Kenya wants to start. My need gets read by Phaedra because she's like, yeah, we all got to show up on time, especially you, Phaedra. You got to show up on time because you was 3 hours late and all that. And Phaedra got her together like that. She was like, look, I got a newborn. I got this going on. You don't know me like to be talking about me. Yes, I was late, but blah, 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 this, blah, blah, that. Don't be coming for me unless I send for you. In that order, don't come for me. I don't like you. And she just got read for filth. And she was just like, oh, you don't need to get salty. But she was like, I ain't getting salty, but you don't know me like that. And they were all just like, oh my gosh, she just got read. And the next morning, or, before that, Candy and Phaedra go out, and they were like, how they gonna get on us for being late? But every time we have an event, or Candy said every time I have an event, they either show up super late or they don't come. But when I show up late, they want to dog on me, and I'm just like, yeah, I get that, but you really should have been on time, for their thing. I can see maybe a half hour late, but Phaedra was almost 3 hours late, and you were an hour and a half. Your excuse was like you was just hungry, you stopped to eat. But anyway, I just don't think that was like justifying why she was late. But anyway, um, the next morning, they tried to give Monique some reading tips because they were like, ooh, Phaedra read you. She was like, she didn't read me. I don't feel like I was read. And I thought she was just trying to take digs, but she really didn't know what read meant. They were like, read just means when somebody like tells you off. You don't have any gay friends to like teach you how to throw shade or how to say no shade. Because Cynthia was like, well, no shade usually means that shade is coming. And she was just like, oh, shade, okay. She was like, well, can you help me with my makeup? And she was just like, yeah, sure. And they were giving her some lessons on, just how to deal with these group of women, not to be, just so not you got to know how to throw shade and all that. And then she was just trying to be Phaedra's best friend, like, oh, Phaedra, I got your breast pump. What would you do without me? What would you do without me? And Phaedra was just over like, oh, okay, thanks. And anyway, they go to the first African American church, and then they go, they're like talking about the Underground Railroad, and talking about history and how more people need to know about African American history and all that. And Portia said something so though. She was like, so did they have to have like electric trains, or was it how did they work the train? How did they get on the train? Did they have to pay to get on the train? Did they have money? And I was just like, no, she didn't. She was just talking about how yeah, my father being or my grandfather being a civil rights activist. I feel really close to this. And then she gonna say some mess like that. Like, how dumb are you, Portia? You just really don't have a brain, or you really don't use your brain. I can't believe she said that Kenya was being messy and being messy Kenya. And I was like, yeah, I agree with you, Kenya. And then Cynthia was like, your grandfather just rolled over and died again in his grave. And I was just like, yes, because you really, how could you say something that stupid? You didn't really know that the Underground Railroad was not a real train. Like, come on. Anyway, they're at the restaurant, and everybody, and Monique, being trying to throw shade or read or whatever, just goes to Candy, sitting right next to her, and goes, so you and my husband used to date, what's up with that? And Candy was just like, well, I wasn't going to bring it up, but since you want to bring it up, yeah, we dated, you dated, it was 20 some years ago, right before I started writing songs and doing for me, he would bring me money and blah, blah, blah. She was like, oh yeah, but it was only for 2 weeks, right? That's what I heard. She was like, no, it was longer than 2 weeks because, my mother liked him. My mother used to get Louis Vuitton bags from him. He used to come bring me money when I didn't have money. So it was longer than 2 weeks. I knew his daughter, his family, and she was just like, oh, I didn't know that. And then they were just all like, your husband not telling you everything. Your husband just basically just told you what you wanted to hear. He not being truthful with you. And then Ken was just like, well, Candy don't really have a right to be all up in your business, but I kind of do. She was like, so how does it feel to know that Candy knows your ex's size, his sexual, what he likes in the bedroom and all of that? How does that feel? She was just like, well, I mean, It just is what it is. And then Candy was just like, hold up, I wasn't the only one who dated him. She was like, what else? Who else dated him? She was like, Phaedra dated him too. Phaedra came in, was just like, yeah, we dated in 8th grade, way before either of us had sex, and also we dated in college, and this is what it is. She was like, oh, okay. And then Kenya was just like, really? So Kenya, I gotta ask you, what was the sex like? And then Monique was just like, Shady Kenya, don't you have more taste than that Shady Kenya? And then I was just looking like, Kenya, you are being so messy. But Monique, you brought it up. So whatever came out of it. And then Portia was just like, you need to talk to your husband because he is not telling you everything. He pulling the wools over your eyes, and you and him really need to talk. She was like, well, hold up, because you and your husband don't even communicate. How you gonna come? She was like, hold up now, because you don't need to go in on my husband with your fake ass. You don't need to go in on my husband. Don't get on me just because your issues all over the table. And I was like, Portia read her, okay? She got read again for the second time. This is only her first episode being on. She got read by 2 housewives, okay, Money? You need to get it together or leave it alone because you can't hang. And I think Portia was right. How you gonna come for me just because you brought up your husband's past and now you want to come for me because I'm telling you, you really need to talk to him and try to communicate with him, and you try to come for my marriage. Like, I felt Portia on that. Anyway, that was the end of the Housewives. I can't wait to see the next episode. Somebody said this was the best episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't know about that, but it was pretty interesting. This season is starting to pick up. I believe in quality over quantity, so if they could just give us 15 real good episodes instead of all these filler episodes that we've had in the past, I would really appreciate that. But can't wait to see the next episode. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at O's Midnight Love, and that's OS_Midnight_LUV. Follow me on Instagram at DrinkMeUp21. And I will see you in my next video. And much love. Bye.